Hello, this is Mr. Miller and welcome to video number 0120. This video is about solving systems by graphing. Our whole goal is to give you a few examples so you can do the assignment that's in Google Classroom. So the first thing we're going to look at is just finding which ordered pair is a solution to the system of equations. Remember, a system of equations means we have more than one equation we're trying to solve. And the solution is the ordered pair that works in both of them. So we're going to get into how to solve these, but for right now, we're just checking if these points work or not. So here we go. I'm just going to start with A. So remember, the first coordinate is the x coordinate, the second coordinate is the y coordinate. We're going to simply put them into both equations and see if it works. So 4 times negative 4 plus 5 times negative 6. We're hoping that equals 14. And the other equation has to be true also. Negative 6 times negative 4 minus 2 times negative 6 equals 12. Well, I know this one is bad already because without even doing this, this would be negative 16 plus negative 30. That's negative. No way that's going to equal 14. So it's not A. Let's check B. So let's check the first equation. So we're going to do 4, x is negative or positive 3 in this one, plus 5 times negative 6, and that's supposed to equal 14, but this is 12 plus negative 30, that's not equal to 14. Both equations have to be true, and this one, not even the first equation is true. Is not that one. So let's just check C. So it'd be 4, this time x is negative 4, plus 5 times y, which is 6. Question, does that equal 14? That's negative 16 plus 30, that is equal to 14. So the first equation is true. The point works in the first equation. Let's see if the point belongs to the second equation as well. So we got to do negative 6 times negative 4 minus 2 times 6, and that's supposed to equal to 12. So this is 24 minus 12. That does equal 12. All right, so turns out that C is the solution. So the important idea here is what a solution means. It's an ordered pair that works in both of the equations. All right. In the assignment you're going to do, you're going to also get a chance to use Desmos. So you can find it at www.desmos.com if you're using an internet browser. Also, the Desmos app is free. If you have a smartphone, you can download it to your phone and use it. So here I have an example. We want to find the solution to these two equations. All you do in Desmos is you simply type in the equation. It doesn't have to be solved for y. Just type in whatever equation's given. So the first equation gives us this red line right here. And the second equation is the blue line. And so we're looking for a point that satisfies both lines. That's on both graphs. So basically we're looking for the point of intersection. So that's why Desmos is so nice. You can enter the equation whatever form it's in, take a look at the graph, find the point of intersection, and you have the solution. So it turns out that the ordered pair that satisfies both equations is 2, negative 2. All right, so there's some problems where you're asked to find solutions using Desmos. That's how you do it. Just enter the two equations and look at the graph. The final thing I want to talk about is how to do it by hand. And you need to recall how to graph a line using a pencil and ruler. So it's kind of very hard for me to do it in the video, but I have the solution here and we can talk about it. So the first equation here is y equals 1/2 x plus 4. So for this first one, remember the slope is the line, or sorry, the number multiplying x, the coefficient of x. And that's equal to the rise of the line divided by the run. The y-intercept is the constant, 4. So if you recall, this gives you a point to start with. So if you're graphing this, you can start with 4 on the y-axis. That's the y-intercept. Then we're going to rise 1 and run 2 to get other points. So if you went up 1 and over 2, you could get that point. And when you're solving systems by hand, you want to graph as many points as possible. So I can get some more by going backwards. I'm going to go left 2 and down 1, left 2 and down 1, and then you can take a ruler and draw this line. Okay, so let's look at the second equation. The second equation has slope equal to -2. Remember, make it a fraction if it's not. So I'm going to put it over to 1. And the y-intercept is -1. So we can start -1 on the y-axis. And we're going to go down 2, right 1 to get other points. And then same thing, I'm going to work my way backwards and plot as many points as I can and then draw it with a ruler. So when we do this, we see the point that belongs to both. So if you're not careful, it's kind of easy for your lines not to intersect in the right point. So this right here is our solution. So it turns out the solution to these equations is -2, 3. If you wanted to check it, you could just put this in for x and that in for y. And you'll see it satisfies both equations. All right, that was a very quick review of graphing by hand. But I think you've seen that many times in your high school career. All right, those are the types of things we're going to be asking in activity 0120. And it's short. So go ahead, go for it. Let me know if you have any questions.